Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good morning. Today is February 13th, 2023. Today is February 13th, 2023. You know, Salon people have another day. We watch the play. The play don't dip. We watch the APC politics. It don't dip. Anyway, Salon politics. Hey, you see, until people get a mind on their own, we're not going to side. You see, Salon politics, the liberalism, the factionalism, everybody want to belong to a camp. Nobody no gets ideology, nobody no stand on something. Everybody now how the breeze blow no more. Somebody they go, the country confused. Now the confusion, now they reflect to the now the nation. Because a nation will get people away confused. Nothing will happen. The one they were in the government, the ruling government, or the one they were in the opposition, or if they don't have a mind of their own, the country not they go before. Waiting Salon like today, now people will not get mind of their own. They don't have no values, no morals. They have nothing to stand on. How can people, look people so? You go support somebody where say not deserving of any of the support that you're giving them. How you look somebody, say this person don't fail we for 4 or 5 years. The responsibility that is given, the work when and gear for the work. That person is not able for execute. That person is able for deliver. That person failed the people of Sierra Leone. Absolutely. Una they go, una look that person in the back, una say una forget a much more higher position of authority. Why you don't test me first? I put you at the lower level.
You see, when you talk about the mentality, so it kind of like jogged my mind, for the fact that when you talk about the opposition, you see, Ibrahim, I believe say most of the time the reason why Salon or Africa did like that with this. So I would say Salon to be specific because they look like they say Salon we still not move away it from this mindset. Ibrahim, I tell you this talk when you talk about the mindset, now the most danger sick in Salon right now.
Absolutely.
Because the fact is, and the leaders then, people in the freedom like die. Nobody no get mind tell a leader for corrector. And Ibrahim, and I tell you, no matter what we go say about Samoa Kamara being like it don't be at the end of things for a very long time and all that thing. And let me tell you, Ibrahim, human beings we all get selfish nature to some extent, and we all get with ego. And the thing we're at a fear right now within Samoa Kamara and in camp now the fact that nobody know the tell and true. And Ibrahim, if we get a leader where people in the free in caucus and the free for tell and true, and then we get a country where if they say opposition they tell we say, oh now they get power, then they do it in a field for group, Ibrahim, where would we go as a nation?
Absolutely. That's a serious fact. Because if we get a leader when the people around them they are all just they come for only sing for them and praise them and dance for them.
For me they get position, Ibrahim.
Cannot tell this man.
For me they be loyal. Again, remember, Comrade always they tell me. You remember like the guys that when they talk say more time for
yeah.
More time. These are the people that we forget the fabrics, the constitution. What did the constitution say?
Absolutely.
How we go destroy confidence, but they forget about that. But they rather say more time so they will kind of like gain favor from an escrover and keep them position.
Absolutely. The Alpha Cans, where the SLPP they campaign for more time. Where from a president Koroma say no.
Let me tell you something. That make I tell people say until we critically understand, Salon critically understand whether they sincere. When they pretend Salon already for no side. Like when you talk about say how you go support somebody who don't fail, I want to put you in an outline of example. When you supported Yumkela, you see like somebody better, we can change the narrative for Salon. As election council, I can still remember Yumkela in first statement. I was so pleased with him with this to join the democracy. I say fine, we don't get to money in the parliament.
Absolutely.
And first I say, oh, this guy say serious. So that statement, you always say I'm a hero. I say no, this is to join the democracy. Then they go impose to be speaker. After that, now the next word we can tell you now say the Saloma left for take policy and pull Bangana fire. So straight away you pick him up and you move away from him. And you beat today and the people talk say, now this is me the talk who you can misbehave. So we can say publicly ban this NGC talk here.
Absolutely.
Then we say, now this is me the talk. Then Arun Zubai where you going to talk say, if I not make so now then the guy talk now say, yeah, you can a bad man. In bad pass you can.
Absolutely.
In bad pass you can. To me, anybody will not stick with him for these 5 years. Then now you see him because you don't come on downer. You don't ease them up a command that the night. In bad pass you can. We see these things, and you saw these things, you tell them, say, no, me not supposed to cannot because of Sabia. And what is Sabia? Look at his resume, look at his qualification. I said, this man, based on I don't work, he might be a different person as a low politics.
Absolutely.
And look how they treat him, and say like I'm from party. So you look at it nowadays, everybody supposed to look somebody, you follow them. When you know much what you expect for the people of Sierra Leone, you say, no, this man knows I get authority for talking, and he talk again. No, me not following. Now, so the plan say people never understand.
Absolutely.
Ibrahim, the pro gets people that don't take their poverty, sell their own birthright with poverty. Now I go to that man, they oppose that man, let me 500,000 1 million. Ibrahim, they forget say, you future past 10 million that man they give for a moment. You future. You know, let me tell you something, Ibrahim. You know, Opuna Salon, that in them blind to a point, they even on Facebook or YouTube for watch Nigeria, the comedians, they don't take the fight. In a boot alone, they make a comedy. They make thing, they post, they can't give money, single team, you know, they can't give money for it after 5 years.
Absolutely.
They do, I mean, they see the adverts for telling say 5 years is too much for them to put and suffer. How many don't die inside these 5 years? How many don't jail inside these 5 years? How many don't lock night prison? So people still they do it for trial inside the 5 years. How many possibly will eat 2 meals for day inside these 5 years? Or they watch the guys who watch APC, would they watch the play? Now they watch and what they see the angle in the go, or they see the foolishness where they happy. But one thing they say, the future of Sierra Leone it lies at APC their hand. Because whatever mistake they do now, they tell on the people another 5 miserable years. These are just 5 years. Dollar don't go 2 million and more. Ibrahim, if you look at the trajectory, where people are within the party, they will be very honest in themselves and say no, for because of peace or because of the country, because of the country, they'll take this trajectory. They sit it down, say no more, not care until when that thing happen. That person for country we now would have been say this year or go and say this year or wait for that person, Ibrahim.
Absolutely, it's a fact. Some people would see the play. But you know, there's certain things thinking they way you don't want to talk them, you don't go talk them because you have to wait until it happen. Let people then go see because everything we see so now, yeah, that's something that we don't talk about in the past. And we don't build them up till we reach to this point. You see, Salon and get this mentality. You see that history, and I don't kill Africa because Africans not teach history at all. When you look at what's in the happen today with when we brothers and sisters now, then they go back into the hands of the white people for become slaves again. When you look at what's in the happen, they not teach the history for understand. Say at the end of the day, look at how they be treated with people in Sierra Leone in Africa. We brothers and now, not to the boats they can again for can't take them. We sisters now, not to the boats them they can for can't take them now. Now then they willingly then they go submit themselves to oppression and suppression. Willingly, with sisters and brothers, them people they capitalize on that human trafficking aspect there because Africa they go before because of these reasons. Africa they go before. Nobody not see hope. Nobody not see life. Everybody now feels say they for come overseas. That they for come make a living. Africa no better. Africa no sober. Africa no serious. The politicians they sit on Africa. They continue for destroy them. Then they live a good life. They begin to live a good life, but then they destroy the future of others. Them so young boys, young girls, they don't see no future in Africa. This is the same thing as Sierra Leone. All my one left alone. All my one can oversee. People they capitalize on them. They take money in their hand. They traffic them through desperate measures. Them. Then they go through hostile environments. Them go through the Sahara Desert. Go through the Mediterranean Sea. Just for get to overseas. But the politicians they sit on like a Sierra Leone as an example. Where they for fight, for advocate, for bring come. Betterment in the lives of the young people. There is nothing. Tell me how much factories were opened up in Sierra Leone in the past 5 years. How much young men get job in the past 5 years. But politicians are sitting there. They get people where they look up to, where they expect much from. Then people when they come back, they go look certain politicians. Bang! They look and they say, this one, now for continue for lead the country forward. This politician, now for lead we country go before. This politician, now get what he take for move we country go before. How can people make these decisions? Again, it goes to selfishness. It goes to people always want to align themselves as the small power. Solomon for small power. Now they we different. Solomon for small power. As Solomon smells small power so. It want for affiliate, it want for get closer, it want for build the bond, it want for connect. Because it want for tomorrow, let himself get a say. Let's say able for go na the president to office, then call her inside. Let's say able for go na the vice president to office, then call her inside. This is the problem they will get in the salon. Salon people and today will touch on top the surface. We don't want to go inside deep because we don't want to create the problem. We don't say the APC convention.
No, next week come around. Just before you go in there, like again, when we they talk about power, so waiting realistically na power. Is it like you get power based on your policies, based on your belief, or you just get power based on something where also you born, like you tribe, like sometimes you get power as a result of like maybe the political party where you belong to. Yeah, which I don't get problem with that. But realistically, the power not only people if I come out from and waiting the result for make people and believe, for make people and bestow power to you. You know, sometimes, Ibrahim, I can want think about Salon, say, okay, waiting on the logic that I have for make somebody look me ping and say, okay, you know, I trust you. Is it as a result of like, just like, you know, okay, this come up from me, right? You know, Ibrahim, sitting there, I can wonder, why is it that for the last 5 years, the pain we Salon don't go through, people are still thinking that Madabio, and I don't see one post where somebody say Madabio are the best president ever in Salon. I kind of like, if you also plan it on a day, because again, the more they say that, the more chance they get for make Madabio reappoint them as ministers or head of, you know, government parastatals and all that thing. And what is the reason? Why do people vote? Why do people kind of like, you know, engage in politics? I shouldn't say engage in politics because we are all political animals. But realistically, what's in the reason for me you vote for somebody? Because let me tell you
something. The thing is, then don't take the entire country and don't brainwash them and lie. Then don't take it. They see one report come at district. He said this post, yeah, it will fool the entire district. If you not support me, why can all man the better now? You know, see man abuse to take you will see the sky when I'm about district to over at people and say, oh, for one another, like I don't do na picking, I don't want to picking CDS. Imagine. Absolutely. Wow. The Sojaman for the first in history, I think Sojaman went over and put up.
And get with Sojaman
for become very independent. And as Koroma appoint 2 Southeasterners at the same time. S. William CDS Milton deputy. S. Williams Commodity Milton Candy, you know, use as campaign. Let me tell you something. Imagine the level of how people don't get forces. Now that make even do I be do to Sobola, we be done Sobola IGK and we go over to play. We make Sobola misbehave. It's so let us say because of the mentality of people say if you angry person come out here, I don't turn something, the entire village or the entire town, the entire district will better. That make it alter the name for this country. Like they say that might don't detain you, you know benefit. You have one person in cash box, even at your village. If you picking if you get picking you will satisfy all at the same time, it's not possible. How one person can turn somebody is it the entire district for better other than that person be? No. Let the person build structure. Let them give that obey. Let them show that for fishing rather than give that fish. We don't talk at them like they say. We just rule the ask for little equal opportunity. Not gang you money, give you work level and workable, get them pay the better salary so that all man they get little per the lion share. Now we the talk on our platform, see equal opportunity. So because of that reason, they can well not believe say if I not support Ibrahim, if you don't support Ibrahim, I mean he survive. So that's why not full the entire country that promotion Ibrahim Salon only for promotion for many years, 62 years ago, still there on that promotion from colonial time taken to independence state today, that promotion mentality. The politics of Salon is like cults. You know, everybody don't put in supporters there for big cults. Believe it me. If not to me, there is no way. Either me way or no way. Now be the fully struggling on social media. Say this person is the best person, this person for go. We don't feel person and give small appointment. Little say able control the. They want to get the bigger parts.
Can you imagine?
If you know manage little, I go manage the bigger thing.
Can you imagine? For 5 years?
You know, let me tell you something, man. Not just take the military mentality. Military, when somebody can private soldier, then they look at you, how you behave yourself, and then they make them promote you to lance corporal. From there, they look at you, then they make it to a section commander. If you not prove it, just because if you cannot manage the section, how you manage the platoon? You know, manage 8%, you manage 30 people. So you see, the military mindset is a very good way for bigger people to go. Because they look at your responsibility. How you manage that 8 men, then they make that you responsible for manage 30 men. How manage 30, then they make you responsible for manage the company. So this is how would they look at you. Ibrahim, if you know manage your constituency or your ward or your zone, how you want to manage the country?
Absolutely.
Let's be honest.
Absolutely. For 5 years, our people have been suffering. No representation, silence. Now press release no more. Nothing no happen. Go ECOWAS Parliament, you disappear. Salon Parliament, we not the. I mean, how not the measure on the leaders? Comrade, going back to local, it's about the military mentality. You know, comrade, in as much as society, they will not like for bring with things them out here in the public, but this is how it is. It's very simple within the military structure. Right now, comrade, I'm dealing with a situation where I get one or the other airman we don't take past the other one, but the one we don't take past is she's much more effective than the one we don't take. Effective, you know, improve himself, you don't get certifications here and there. You know, now there is a spot for promotion. Ura for put inside it. I'm definitely not going to look say because this one don't say now I go put it. No, I'm going to look at who that empower himself over the years. Who that don't reach the requirements, who don't go, don't exceed above and beyond. What do you take for they reach to that next rank for promote? That is the person I'm going to recommend for promotion. That is what I'm doing right now. So,
leader,
so tell me.
You already know the qualification for the person promotes.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter the army say it no matter the time we take him. It's important that the qualification you don't do. You keep the causes them.
Thank you.
We require for proclaim to the next rank.
Thank you.
Ibrahim, we cannot entrust the country into people who be like jokers. I don't think I say the example of Salon for being under his mother built in Boba. Mother built in government like joker government then. They all came with big book and doctor, professor, or this and that. Now so they all come. It's SSF one camp for people in particular. Because you know say you know go embark on the military qualification because he did qualify for become brigadier general. He goes to that on doctor, they call him Dr. Madabu. Again, he get the full we call himself Professor David Francis. Again, all the one they with the campus and also even the most elite government this don't see. If you're not a doctor or professor, not a doctor or professor, right campus alone. Professor Kalon, 9 points alone, so on the rest alone point. So we get for
come on, you know, yes, sorry. Right. You see, the struggle like Ibrahim and Comrade, you know, are politicians accountable or who that's the accountable to? Are they account? Surely we know the answer. It should be the people. But Ibrahim, like we talk about the ECOWAS parliament too. You see, Lewy, sometimes it is difficult to avoid cherry cocoa. Very, very difficult. Think about this, Ibrahim and Comrade. This guy go ECOWAS parliament, right? You come out there. Let me assume say not run away, you run away. But people have been asking questions. This guy don't ever come and clarify exactly what he be depend and what he do when make it not been there for answer these questions. And don't even feel obliged, like I say, he's supposed to do it. And don't even think like say, oh, you know it's our responsibility. The people have this answer. And don't even think this way. And it goes back. If we get a leader where just feel say an ego, now the leader then a caucus not able to advise them, then they get a leader where then they listen to the opposition, then the opposition and back they say, oh, when they feel for do, then they do. Where are we going as a nation? Where, Ibrahim? And look, if
you know, to Cash Boxing point,
June 24, Ibrahim, let me tell you, if people have this mindset about we don't condone them, say they can do anything they feel for do, Ibrahim. Hey, that the same struggle will get for them because no one would have confidence in us. No one.
Cashbox and Comrade. For 4 years, African Express.
So the thing is, the quick first is talk to a salient point. In 5 years, we're about to learn and tell me, say, hey, but when I say we don't get we not say no, the government will do that government they bulldoze. Kashi. If we say whose confidence we want to tell people and also we are able to challenge them for stop any region or that thing.
Yeah.
If you cannot stop the constitutionality, the whose confidence we people and also wait about 5 years with the battle, let's say, bulldoze. Hey, them man they bastardize. Let them put on the law. When they put on the law, no see that this is part of the law. 5 years, then go angry language because they don't want to stand up to that responsibility. But when they go full for let them vote for them, for let them put them in the vote. Let's say when I know how they no more, when I know how they so them begin talk like they say census, they pass census pass ma. Then talk like they say pass the work, you don't can to pass. Then talk like they say and I know to go pan registration. All thing not happy. Which confidence I want give you? We don't turn a time and again say rigging is a process. If I'm rigging now, like we build attack for go score.
Absolutely.
I'm way before election day. Now a process. We don't get all the process out there they go about rigging. Now we don't begin talk for registration. That's why I don't know if they don't pull 257,000 people. Now we are talking of 257,000 people. Then they say don't pull them out of the voter list. Ibrahim, we don't begin to this talk here. For me, begin talk at December. This is February. Today the 13th. Now, don't February also. Only part of the talk at by the grace of God, by March, from now to March, if that's enough, we reach about this again.
Absolutely.
It done a deal done.
Absolutely.
We talk about again after March. We talk nothing about again. We know that deal done because we say several to you know more. Not more feels a low pain. We maybe that they feel like indirectly. Maybe directly we feel the pain. But they feel like indirectly because nothing happened to people like tomorrow if something wrong happen. Like who brought in that jail so 257,000 people there. Mother be win election tonight. 2,000 people there. Who said they pull them? Nobody not talk. If we say check who they ask, they say we not for translate ask. We in the possible for ask the question. Nobody, not talk, nobody, not busy. They tell you,
the international community. They say the international community.
No, line up but no votes. If that is true, line up but no votes. Line up but no votes. We are talking of something that's very serious. 257,000, not 250 people. 257,000 people, not even 50,000 people, 257,000 people. Able Ibrahim. Let no vote. Let nobody go vote to election. Almost it up. Let them vote. Let them go declare APC winning. No one see.
Yeah.
We talk more than 250,000 people in non-poll vote in the station. They no go ever go pull out the area. Now you area plus and do overvoting. Biometric registration they say they do overvoting. So they don't underage voting. Biometric with them they reject pull the birth certificate to see up. They reject people and they affidavit they will see and they reject and people in the council they not reject for register. They say they non pull it. They say non pull it from the list. Today nobody would have asked the question. The love the position. They say no. They want link by NGC. You can always be say he already will know I will play. We tell them say we are not follow NGC. We are not follow you can they get the new way. We are not follow the no heavy. We are not follow C4C. MSLM again you not heavy. 4 MPs 12 councillors don't defect yourself. You go to the town. APC will stand on the ground. We are able with election of food sincere. Nothing. Who told them to hit this policy? You will have this policy for running it like our business. Who are that for choosing or no one not for business. Stand up for the people then. All foolishness in count be bribe. Now 257,000 people. After this month, by March, we don't talk nothing for that game. Who said the left? We don't see the play. Who don't see on this platform don't see the play. We don't watch. Like how we talk about the NI number, we talk about the NCRE, we talk about the PR system. All the example the cost woman we are all tilted happy. We don't see the play, but we really talk again.
We talk about
now the watch. No, all go the team.
Yes.
The good they tend they can do the proper analysis.
Absolutely.
And two go like blind man them. Let blind man drive them to car. We them go for the other survive. Who that die. If you all man they die, all man die. That's what I don't do. Salon don't Ibrahim the vehicle they be driven by a blind man.
Yeah.
All that guy they see, they left him with car, they let the blind man drive away.
Yeah.
So you go be valid now, you go bank truck now. Would that die, he die, would that survive? Because that's what Salon bank, would that blind man
absolutely.
Because any side truth not the blind pull a lead way. What's that blind man the lead play with the sea? When I see better the day. Would walk on the road, no disrespect to the blind man there. I want to let possibility with the disrespect to the blind man there.
Yeah.
We do this sort of disability. We also give them example. See, if you must the blind man they drive, person they see, they select one person drive, they select blind man drive, also not to go. We do disrespect to the disability because nobody not glad for blind.
Right.
Anyway, it's just an example of the set here.
Absolutely.
So they still saw they go. Who said they begin follow that route to the all go. We all go for them. Would that survive?
Yeah.
Would I will grab it up? Maybe if we grab that 10 day, we all learn lesson.
Absolutely. You know, Comrade Koita and Cashbox. My brother, when I see Cherry Coco sitting at the high table, I wonder now, say, whose emergency where Cherry Coco be forgive for another that high table for Sidel Dr. Samura Kamara? You know, this is the man where, when he for the outside for the not present for doing work. When APC party activities they go on at the party office, this man on the go there. At the time when the youth then come on and can they want for ask question, say they want for take the political party back. The Cherry Coco they go at the party office. Matter of fact, Cherry Coco they deal with APC people self now. Una watch the man in play now at that level now way. I don't care about una again. I don't need 15 years in parliament. Una all can go to hell, una rotten, una die now, una business. Mimi how is set on the price now. Now that TV remember. I remember again on your side. Una look how the guy they play with the people. This man not in a salon parliament and they fight for PR system. Also they say go ECOWAS parliament. This man ECOWAS parliament and they look for him. They don't go lie pass salon people say they carry cutlass, they get weapon, they get gun. This man they look for him for like defense salon people. ECOWAS members of parliament and they ask questions. In order they say outside they say get emergency. In order to come back salon. When can salon what can happen? In the fight for approve Fisher, George Fisher. The same judge will dismantle the political party where he belong to. But salon people they watch the play, we they see the play, we don't see the play, we know how the play they go. When they play each day, so go to this day we'll come back to una, we can't tell una. Because you see salon people them at some point we got forget sense. Now that the man is to go sit at the high table. Waiting at the hopes we know sabi. Dr. Samura Kamara himself as a person, we watch the play for see how this man here so they drive young canoe, how they drive young boat. You know, because we're not in a salon for almost here, we see how the judiciary they nyaka this man. Now come on Cashbox, Comrade Koita. We'll talk about the Sarah Rutai case. SLPP no kill that case today. That's Sarah Rutai. I want to know the Cashbox. The Chancery building, they might not use it because the Chancery building, they don't nyaka. African Express don't nyaka that case there. So they know say there is no case there. But they watch the play. But what you have for tell salon people them? Anytime when Marabio travel, we not watch what they happen in the country. I don't know say Marabio come back from Belgium who say they reach back in Salon, but the APC convention they go on. Let we watch the play. Let we see what's in the happen salon people. You see, you know what we can now. Saturday, like you say, you know one can put post in business. But now watch how they go. We are disappointed, Sierra Leoneans them. Let's get a mindset. Let's cultivate a sense of nationalism and patriotism. Let's let we country force over people. You know, Section 13, subsection B of the Constitution makes it very clear. Every citizen shall cultivate a sense of nationalism and patriotism. Your loyalty should lie to the state, not to any sections, ethnic, tribal, political leaders, and all that nonsense. Your loyalty should lie to the state, Salon people. And this is the thing we will only talk for years. Me, I can always talk. I didn't find place in the Salon politics today. Now I can make what I see like them my Facebook page. So man can ask, who say be the way APC in the power? And then there is some people that then what's up? This is Brian, I'm opposed APC. Now they all line and make good suffer. So I say, see, look at the concept. These people don't even believe and understand in democracy, and one, they don't research. For like us, it means you not even take your time for look. Go through me Facebook, go 2-3 years down. Just take the patience and scroll. Look history. History is very important. And then these people, they're looking at political parties like that. Nobody never oppose the political party. As you oppose the political party and stand for the truth, what if you so glad for all those 60-something years? 60-something years, 30 they will not get 24 electricity. Both political parties play a part. You go say one better pass the other way, APC be better. When it comes to electricity, we see in 90 days, former President Kuruma say we'll give a small electricity. We get electricity across the country. It not be sufficient, not enough. Less than 60% of Salon de la Ketire still not get electricity across the country. Una feel so glad after 60 years? What they tell can't talk mentally will come, we'll bring a kind of the forefront at the table for capital. Una feel half enough development now they look for? No, we want total development. SLPP can in 4 years, what did they achieve? Nothing. I think I find place when we talk about both political parties, either way, SLPP together, then they support me, then they share me audios, share me videos. This matter be on a president, they share me videos and audios. Then guys, they all they share me audios and videos. On that during the days of the APC, where they support Kanda Yumkela, SLPP take advantage, now them benefit. Then today, we take advantage, now APC. But inside the APC, I can watch them back, so they confuse you. So man, what talk one thing and then support that one thing, what talk the other thing where hits the other, the left that one thing. It's so you don't see the ideology that the country, the people are sick. The people sick. Beaucoup of the brothers they sick because they are so low. And some of them are the sad parts where they can't make this their loyalty to political parties. They don't even want to enjoy political party. They don't get no influence over some of these political parties. They don't get no proper connection within these political parties other than blind supporting no more because they feel they belong to that political party. The one they would not eat the money, fine, we don't see that country, they don't eat government money, they can sit down quiet. The one they would their family members, them, that they are government and positions of authority, they sit down quiet. Then the one who can chat a case where you look at them, their life so miserable. The country is sick, the people are sick, the country is pathetic, it's sad. This is the mindset because what you know, people not get their loyalty is not to the state, not to the country. They don't like the country, and they party, and they like past the country. So even when the country things not to go right, things not to go I forgo, they focus on that. They say what to for do collectively as a people, individually, because the Fed starts as an individual force. What me for do as an individual for make sure say I stand up and protect this country first, pass me political party or my tribe. Or because this person belongs to a desire. Now if I make waiting, how would they begin evaluate we leaders them? Salon people for 4 years, now the education is already due now in a civic education. How will they look with leaders them? How we look how policy work, now so for pay them. Not to buy you political party where it belong because them don't reach out for election. Hey, they all man unite. The team don't reach out for cafe together. Now these them politicians that they capitalize on. The team don't reach now, no come together, we're not for worry again, no for twist inside the party. This is the one goal now for pull the SLPP. No! Now clean we all political party first. Now clean the people within we all political parties. We fail their responsibility. Within 4 years, they're not doing what they're supposed to do as individuals for protect the democracy, for protect the civil liberties, for protect the political rights of our people. Come on, Kashila, go through and get quick.
You know, yeah, Ibrahim, like what you they talk so. One crucial thing with Salon people for know, like what you talk, like say how we for scrutinize people. Salon today we not understand how we actually for scrutinize people. As far as Salon people are concerned, the only person where we for scrutinize for the 5 years, no matter be you, any ministers them. Nobody else. It is just Marabio and ministers then and the number we for scrutinize. They don't want care about Cherikoko as far as they're concerned. Cherikoko like now because the government they bulldoze. They don't want care about the parliamentarian them as far again like I do I think on Saturday where like Honorable AKK they talk say the problem will get that salon the economic problem. You see, I tell people and say you don't get nothing for do not to economic problem we get in our country. Like, the economic problem is just reacting to the real problem. It is not an economic problem when we get a salon. But just because them politicians there, they want to be lazy. Then they will tell you say that they bulldoze their waiting for do. Then they beat Senate Parliament. You know the government they ain't do any waiting for people do they ain't do. And they get power and all that thing. You see politicians and they talk this talk. My worry, Ibrahim and comrade, yeah, not two things there. Samuel Kamara, like when people they say, like I mean, most likely I will get the flag bearer for the APC, eventually becoming president. My worry now, two things, like now two things. Either it play to the game because it want kind of like make sure say it gets everybody on board. I do not know. So it go along with people and what they say. But the second thing, Ibrahim, the way where I see this APC, I am worried that if you don't take them, if they go to this trajectory, Ibrahim, we are yet to see another government way similar to the SFPP. Make no mistake about it. The way where I don't see things that they go so, the arrogance, you know, these people just do not care about the people and what they lead. They just listen.
Exactly.
They just they bulldoze their way, do what they feel for do. And that is my worry. Now, two things. Samuel Kamara either get for take a huge U-turn, Ibrahim, or again, I'll give example to America. Joe Biden, Janet Yellen, the Treasury Secretary, was never part of his campaign. But when he win, he make him the Treasury Secretary.
Absolutely.
Because he knows say, you know, I need somebody way for change this country. Ibrahim, it is danger. Surely you want to make this comment so people who can say, oh, Cashbox want to try for campaign for Minister of Finance. Even though you tell them every day say you don't register. But that's what they will say. But the problem, Ibrahim, would Samuel Kamara look beyond these people the way they seem for come back, they make like I say inner God. And I really they worry the way where people and they glorify this man. And it's like I say, instead they gladdy for the way that they pamper him. And this is how bad leaders in the groom that a country.
Me, matter of fact, self Kashi, I don't even know that law. They say for me they try for put her as a possible for register for the gap for your country. You know me, I look at this laws there. Sometimes I look, then I get very big question mark because now if somebody they genuinely we get ability for can help fix certain areas that the country can be economic, it can be judiciary, it can be security, it can be anything. So that means if that person not register now. If he the for council and finance minister because of you know the ever whole appointment, that is not the case. Cashbox. Let me tell you something. You know, like we talk say, then just really saying that the ruling party for look at the failure. Cashbox. If you wish yourself now, possible for look at yourself say, you know, if you say they just look at you opponent, you just look at and they look at your ability. You're not ready for win it. We want first person. You look at your ability first. What you get for life that possible. Create parable say before you clean first, I clean your eye first. Before I tell you say Cashbox, don't you know? Look for me, I clean first. You know, we really can't castigate somebody. I would just want to say, what you know about leadership? What will motivate somebody for follow you? Now what is some of we? Now what you don't do at the past, then they motivate you for follow you. Not to say na personal relationship or personal case. No, what they say there is about the people, about the greater majority. Greater majority is of and they non-blind self now, pass anything, they non-deaf. They only will realize when bad happen. Hey, who be no. Salolo left if I be no mentality. If I be no mentality, then no can Salolo. Salolo take out to war, take out January 6th, take out May 25 and 37, then go to then make Madam Bill cancel today.
Correct.
If I be no, then make today already get Madam Bill go. Yeah.
Correct. So the point where you make so, where Cashbox make so, there is something very important when you talk about register. I want to follow no say first of all. Even overseas now, they get lost their way and citizens them. If you're outside of America during the time way for registration or elections and stuff like that, then get and they make sure say everybody for vote absentee ballot today. We do for send you voting as a citizen from any part of the world. So alone that point where you make sure you support that idea, they say it's a bull crap law, but all left aside because a lot of people where they overseas again because of which they will not get systems in place in Africa for give people the opportunity for them they did and I make them did. So that's the one critical point I just want to make. It's a shame for we, first of all, when you look at the parliament. You remember that parliament say, "Oh, we go to Mali, go talk for say how people are the diaspora and they married and dog them and this and that, all that stuff that they." You see, because this is why the section 76 then we bring and come into play. And again, this is the APC party we do now for disenfranchised. The APC people and within the APC as a political party, then go bring the Tusim law. You remember all
because it was still a parliament. You see,
exactly.
When I agree,
exactly.
Yes. MP, then allow like man married in Peking, like man married dog. Imagine.
Exactly.
Then you not get mind for example, go raise impeachment for president, but we don't thief, but we don't lie. You not get mind go talk and do, but you get mind go talk select. Say even now, you don't see Saluma married dog one day, or yes. Saluma no married in Peking one day now.
Yes.
You know, see that tells you now the same thing we encounter. These two teams encounter for not the competent.
Absolutely.
The failure of them where they don't fail.
Absolutely.
Then when people can help them, then the whole such a loss. People know will go participate.
Exactly.
Even Ghana, then they allowed to have citizenship in the parliament.
You see.
We will hold that in America. We na big pass of all.
And let me tell you, comrade. You know that political party all that in there. Now the APC party.
Na APC.
The SLPP to go this day, you will talk and go talk. The SLPP, them very liberal when it comes to that. The APC party, now they sit down for one day waiting to because when you look at people like us now, they say, yeah, boy, Ibrahim guy, Canada, hey, or cash boxing kind of come recruiter, that they didn't Canada, not embassy. Who's how they get space now? So it is that mentality. Now make Africa not go before and Salon not go before until we wipe that mentality there. Nothing is going to happen, and that is the problem. We'll get inside Salon out for 5 years. We go look leaders them. We sit down now. Country when they bulldoze with people them, they can't say we come recruiters, they make a law, then they kill protesters them. There is never a time that leaders stand up for them people, and the only time we go see them if they hold a political figure, they'll go sit and go take picture on a CID, say we don't confess, we don't pull on a CID. A leader of the opposition, they sit on the only member of parliament and go lock her up. Honorable Emmanuel Saidu Bangura, the light and say the Moscow come, gone there inside and get her. You see that country there, when I watch that man, he go to Paremba Road, he suffer there. Honorable man decide to suffer at Paremba Road. What he do? Because in the goal for them, shot set members of parliament, they mock them. And that's what he do, they succeed. One member after the other. Honorable, Hassan Priest, they go back on a beach. Here, the leader of the opposition is Sidom. They don't open no parliamentary inquiry. That man no fits now the floor of parliament for talk about they kind of thing they are already happy for make sure so they protect members of parliament at all levels. Come that same man then how they go sit down when they make for say nomination day they go sit on a high table. The people in the club then they glad.
Let me go see who they watch. Who they watch it now? Let them go ahead.
Absolutely.
Be watching. Who did against anybody ambition now?
Absolutely.
Because you want to stop anybody ambition. They won't even stop anybody ambition. I got to mark you. Just they look over say me example I said say Papa Madabiu. When we not elect right people then all the problem we did at today now the people have today the Ukraine war now we don't propose the war past Ukraine we defend the war. The global crisis that's I don't know people pass any side like saying we now to win the war day. Even during the war we not get this kind of problem against us people. Because we not choose people for we not take example of the pauper. I say Ibrahim pauper mentality if for tap SLPP. But until people realize say this will talk so that I will not hit, but we just want the better for country, for God's sake.
Absolutely.
We able to know this level of this, we will join anybody, any political party we will join if you are for self-interest. I don't need for help Amanda be for self-interest because if they not say I guilty take for offer. Right. If I for talk, I talk for them. But we say no, we choose for the far for who could them because we know say me you interest no more. You know go benefit picking and tomorrow be picking and sometimes you go big a job. So to take a paper to make picking and go around happy. So we look at the future. Because the majority say well equal opportunity not for today, but for the just of born. So if we not say we can for bell person, we know the bell person. If we not say we can for class for somebody, class for somebody, we know the can for put anybody or put person up. We just say do the right thing. When we do the right thing, not call me, not call you by my cash box, left who they can talk. Else we know what to do, they can talk. You don't need for baby 1 cent. You don't need for call we say for use that time, you don't need for call we. Allow we no more. Do the trade today, we say, this guy don't try. Anyway, give me a topic for talk. Give it for talk. But 5 years we've been calling out people and so that we allow for talk something. When I help up at this place, when I get a legitimate right for help up at this place, when I sit in the bulldoze, the debates, the pastoral cost. So if you cannot put up a law, let me review the thing now. When I add an all know now say any government can in the bulldoze because this even pass one party state. This even pass the military, this even pass the decree. We go to the talk to us say even the AFRC, not do the law whether they can dance to society, they make a law because they don't want to stand. No say no. They no say no challenge you, they move for challenge. Then all we talk to the una know nothing happen. Yeah, UK Parliament also the same. Yeah, South Africa. But look why they look Julius Malema this 2023. Ian Ramaphosa. We go for go talk. Tell the speaker. I say no. It's against the law. Like the match law. The man not clear headed. You know they can't talk at this parliament here. It was not the same. But it's all parliament na those who say na eyes and the all in the same. But for like they kidnap, they act for defend their own constitutionality, defend the poor people. Bring away the benefit to all, not to know where they the advantage. The best thing they can tell me, MP picking the MP in the sick, then they will fly there because the government so while they MP they put they're not able to take the Canada and go for flight. It costs less than $10,000 for flight. Can go down India. I can still remember Madina Rahman, whether Ali Marawi don't talk politics, where you don't talk politics, where before long, you want get it before long, sit down for life. Where the President Nkrumah go fend and OC struck for letting fly. All the thing we need for Canada in India, it was $15,000 or $20,000 for take her from saloon, do everything, lodging, feed it all. We Madina Rahman call, we go as a deputy minister of health and do everything in 1 month the flag. Then now they can talk now 124 MPs them, each one $50,000. How many is kind of machine are going to buy cash box? How many going to buy? For living a better life. They want to let them fly Ghana abroad. But the people don't forget the thing the way they did that alone. Today now they pay so $100 trading at 20 times now for dialysis is $100 per session. I don't know how much you're going to go now. Because at 20 so 20 dialysis for getting the problem $100 per session. Go na Guinea dialysis na 12,000 franc Guinea for Guinea. They even make a free. 12,000 then they do na Guinea for dialysis for Guinea. We na $100 per session. Do I the former first lady by look at that nothing. Look at the London nothing.
Why?
It's so terrible.
I tell you, it's so sad, comrade. It's pathetic. We can't see. It's a joke. Calvin. How are you? It's very bad. It's very sad, comrade. It's very sad. How people
now this now only talk much again. We don't remember when I listen when I pick the sense.
Yes, absolutely. Because at some point, the people themselves for make informed decision. You see, common sense, at least. It's a real thing. Common sense is a real thing. Over the years, we don't dey pound inside people them forget accountability. Inside una host themselves, una get accountability to one another. The man accountable to the woman supposed to be accountable to the man. The pikin them, they're accountable to them, papa and mama them. Everybody get their responsibility. Una not doing work, they get for answer why not doing work. But inside una own politics, una politicians, they allow them, they do their work, then they get paid, then they make fat money, then they sign bad deal them, all the kind of contracts them, then mining contracts. No mining contract, no they sign inside parliament. No, they not bring a kind of parliament because sometimes they keep on being back though. But every bad deal in that country, they go through parliament, where they affect una livelihoods, where they make una not get jobs. Una leaders then they fresh, una look una body them, una look una skin them. They una look una skin of una leaders them. All of these things here. So these are the things that we will tell una leaders are not for shine past una. No, you member of parliament not for shine past you. You president not for shine past you. Under no circumstances, all man for shine you shine. Enough for wear better clothes past you. Enough for wear better shoes past you. The shoes where you wear yourself way for afford them. The clothes where you wear you for afford them. But when the decision when I watch when they collect on politicians, yeah, boy, see man. But that battery will leak so but they not funny you. He see in polo short. Hey, polo short, but one get one then $70. Hey, that was much then 2 million. Hey, enough for be so. Then it's how they tell all the leaders them accountable. They don't take away everything from una. They don't suppress una. They don't oppress una. They make una not get opportunities. Job opportunities not there for young man and young woman them. Prostitution is on the rise. Not to matter be one grain responsible for the destruction of Sierra Leone. The opposition, I make who get opposition at any government. The opposition in rule for make sure say them protect the citizens against the government. Because governments where they can get power, most governments want for abuse power. But the opposition for play the checkmate for make sure say the government not abuse them power. But una gets members of parliament, a lot of them, not all, but a lot of them. With like today, we see the role that they've played for empower Marabio. And the sad part is, We talk about the Africanist press, all the publications of the Africanist press. Imagine if the Africanist press come out and expose all of this. If these parliamentarians, the leaders of the opposition, if they really be like Salon and care about Salon, tell me true, how they go sit down, they watch them publication and of the Africanist press, data for data from the bank. This is not even a make-up. This not from the banking system in Sierra Leone. The man they come and pull the information, say, "Oh, la roro one, can give them." He say, "Yeah, I wanna go fet." These members of parliament, the leader of the opposition, Cheno Majuba of Cherikoko, not take no case of the Africanist press. Una can imagine, this you go say by son say, "Let look, let say, Cheno bana na fulaman, Cherikoko na fulaman." Let us know if you go and go that side. But able Cherikoko they come out, it is see these publications after publications, thievery upon thievery, thief upon thief. Cherikoko not take Canada the well of parliament using section 86, subsection 2. We give the power for say as long as 20% of the members of parliament rights to the speaker say they want to get a hearing on a certain matter, the speaker shall within 14 days bring that matter they can at the floor. Honorable Cheriko could get section 86.2 of the 1991 constitution for use every case. Then people like today with them kill so August 10th. Honorable Cheriko could get the power, even though the government don't set up their own commissions or whatever they don't set up for looking to the killings of those people. But as the member of parliament, matter of fact, now before cheerlead that movement day until the government set up that commission day, enable for take them thing and day one after the other, removing 10 members of parliament, imposing a speaker. That man sit down inside that parliament, they watch. Una say, "Hey, bona lefambo, not so in. This government, they don't believe in democracy, so this government pass to pray, we then go. Let God pull them power no more. Bona lefa no more, Cheriko, not so in. Not so in responsibility than the governments are not good. This Marabio na bad man. I see this so Marabio than the. Salon people, I want some of them to listen to yourself when they talk anything there. But again, it comes back to civic education because politicians over the years not ever engage. The way with me, come record to a cash box to engage salon people. Una leader of the opposition, whether the parliament 15 years, not ever engage on so. That is first of all, una ask yourself a fundamental question. Almost them una leader of the opposition, 15 years in parliament, Cherikoko, as a member of parliament, don't engage the people of Sierra Leone. Waiting because una the people know they ask for better. Only the people know the demand for like come and engage on. We, as a private citizen, are not for engage on pass on a leader of opposition, pass on a members of parliament. Them, every one of our members of parliament for engage on a day-to-day basis. The people within their constituency really represent, therefore engage them. No member of parliament for go one game month safe and not talk to in constituency. What the hell? What the hell? What you know the talk? Some people would engage these things, would tell on all them basic fundamentals there because again, today na freestyle with the freestyle more because Marabio go, Marabio for can pull election on Marabio go. Una decision de la Marabio make over and over, they talk over and over. They say that they get run off. And the way you look at the man, 257,000 names have been deleted from the voter register. 250,000 people. Then delete them. Today, una leader of the opposition not take her up. 250,000. Then they done. Now look back at the young adults, them, the young voters, them. We for turn 18 by June 24. Over 700,000 of them and they will not register them. They don't allow them for register. First-time voters. Then they violate in constitutional rights. On a leader of the opposition, you see no comment. From where it come a right press release, he say they call for audit. I need the power tap. I mean, a member of parliament, I don't write the case done. No political action. No interviews. BBC, Al Jazeera, VOA, call the world for late complaint. I can imagine if I was the leader of the opposition now, 257,000 names have been deleted. First-time voters, over 500 to 700,000 have not been registered. Then the population of Freetown, Western Urban, they don't reduce the population by 42%. If me, the opposition leader right now, I want to talk to CNN. To God, I want to talk to VOA. I want to talk to Al Jazeera. I want to lay complaint to the rest of the world. I want to call a press briefing for invite all the international partners, them, all the consulates, them, all the embassies, them, European Union, American Embassy. I want to call the Canadian Embassy, the Irish Embassy, every ambassador. I want to call them now to a press conference for lay complaint because I care about the rights of my people to participate in the politics of the country. As the leader of the opposition, that movement in there for the take now. Those are the moves what they make now. Hey, boss, salon people and bona self, bona open a mind, man. But it's so difficult to talk we not for you to understand. We don't say Boko for don't understand. But some of them want to be stubborn on our thoughts. Una the inside darkness, una not for accepting una the inside darkness, una open up una mind, una see the light. This is the reality of what we deal with. All we want now leaders the way they do the job. We are too disciplined. I am too disciplined. I find myself in a very disciplined environment where we stand and play by the rules. We not compromise the rules. When we give you a job, you for perform to the best of your ability on that job. If you not perform to the best of your ability, that job that you lost. You know they go before. We know they make like you grow. You know they go past that job day because you not prove, you not show the merits, you not show the signs for so you deserve that job day. We come recruit this was a military man. I believe they get commendation medal them, you get awards them. You get for deserve them. Now some work the way they do, where they look you and say the states they give you a commendation medal, an award, it is show. Because what you exceed and go above and beyond you job responsibilities. But salon people when they look man they will fail una. We wanna give them that small position. When they look them, they fail una, they not represent una properly. When I want to give them more big job back. What would they watch? The can say they watch the play. No so communicator? Would they watch the play, bruh? Anyways.
Hey, Ryan, would they watch them? Would they watch them? Would they never for the watch them? Who don't already see, but would they watch them? Would they be optimistic anymore? Now would they watch the play? Would they watch how they go? But we don't want that person to say, would I be say this or that this because we don't know which for that ending. You know the benefit with nothing. We all get sense for the team and think goes all one go. They will think for future, not for future self now. For picking them, we can pick them and we just say of money. So that's what we don't go through now. Then we can go through them. We don't watch the play, but I'm not watching.
Absolutely.
Follow the level of the belief. And somebody need to see what is inside the boss logo. Fulfill say no disrespect. Make let somebody drive better way, get better eyesight than you. Follow able to no get accident on the way. It's fine. The choice is ours. Not to me or Ibrahim cash box. All this you don't have and think critically. Understand why they sincere rather than pretend, so that we can move from all this for further and for the better.
Absolutely. All right, comrade. Well, I think so. Go left for now. We're going to go 5. We're going to go long again. Small one now. All right, everybody. Bye bye. Some people open up on our eyes. Wanna deserve better. Let it left for life, Pauna. Let it left for life, Pauna. Wanna get a responsibility for stand up and protect we country. Every one of us get a responsibility. When I deserve the better life pass which when I live so like today. You know for week and money, remember I get for feed you picking them. Hey Bo, come coach Bo, we not get them food bank, we not get no side with people to go for help. Social welfare, gender, Ministry of Children's Affairs, all of them one and the child abuse all over the country. Prostitution is on the rise. No possibilities, no opportunities, Bo. Una facing a marabio one can cause all the problem the phone, not to marabio one. You get the leaders of the opposition, them we see them, then watch all entire delicate the country economy don't go down. There is no confidence within the system. Not to matter being one grain. Una hold una leaders accountable. Una left for worship these leaders. Una stop anything there. Some people are sad, bo. Una feel what they talk entire, they talk lightly. Una feel they talk out of fiti or out of because I just want for talker. I don't grow up within and setting in it, but I see how people they suffer. People in there are joining them. You get for go watch, you wait for the other person can watch. People in the fete not to come on. Because then if they don't come to the line, you wait for the other person, and the other person can cross, I go for go watch before him. I don't see him. I know. Enough for biso. Nobody know for fete for bathroom. Some people in there don't even get toilet them, them places them. People in they go sit on a samba gutter and then they go take a poop. People in they go sit on a samba gutter and then they piss. We know all of these things. Enough for biso. On a life deserve better. When them guys they're going to parliament, when I elect them, when they go there, what's they go do for change on our lives? Nothing. When I show me a bill, a legislative bill, where they put forward in a parliament. This parliament for 5 years, all the laws we go in are just for bad laws, them for pass against una. Cyber crime law, political party act, PPRC act, all the laws them, every law where they can go now for waiting they go disenfranchise the people, affect the lives of the people in a negative way. Nothing for improve on a livelihood. We talk then theater now, we talk waiting at the problem with Salon. But I can't communicate like you say. Thank you day. When I get for to go look for the message there. Now make me I can save them and I put them on my YouTube page. Thank you come when I will go look for them, when I go listen back. When I go say brother be tell una. But good thing in particular this message will get today so thing and no for talk. But already talk I never do. Let una make evaluation for una self. But we'll go for analyze the thing there after the time they reach. Salon people, bye bye. Have a beautiful day. All right.